Hey guys, it's Maymay, and tonight we're going to decorate these two lanterns. Now, as you can see, the lantern in the back is very tall, so I'm going to decorate it off camera, but we're going to do this little guy together because I can do this one in camera really well for you guys to be able to see it, but we're going to do exactly the same thing to both. Now, these lanterns I picked up when I was in Texas at Decorator's Warehouse, and I just love these beautiful lanterns. So I bought some picks, just floral picks. Let me show you those. They're right here beside it. So I bought these floral picks and I picked up 4. I don't think I'm going to need anywhere near 4, but I think this is beautiful. Like, all the work is done for me because it's got these soft flowy pieces, and these pieces can be moved with wire. So I'm going to be placing one of these guys on top, and I'm going to be doing a bow with these 3 ribbons together. I want to have all 3 kind of showcased on top. So that's what we're going to start with. So to make our bow, I have taken 4 pieces of ribbon. This is one. I've actually cut 2 of this one of the tweed, and then 1 of the chalkboard, or the one with the writing on it. I actually measured them kind of haphazardly, kind of the length of my fingertip to my shoulder, and then just use that as my guide all the way down. Nothing specific. So this is probably about 24 inches that I'm starting with. So I'm going to make a loop just like this. I'm going to pinch it in the middle. Then I'm going to take this bottom section and bring it up and also pinch it in the middle. But this is double-sided ribbon, so if I leave it like this, I have the wrong side of the ribbon showing. So what I need to do is twist that ribbon so that the right side is now facing up. So there's my first section of the bow. Now I'm going to take a different one of the ribbons, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So I'm going to add it to that one and make a loop. I'm really just combining the ribbons together on this bow. I'm going to make another loop here. And this one now is facing in the right direction, so we're good. Now for this one, I'm going to start my loop on the other side so that my tail will end in the other direction. So make a loop, pinch it in the middle, another loop, pinch it in the middle, and now that tail's on this side. Now we're going to go to that ribbon that's the same as the front one. I'm going to start on this side as well. So I have that ribbon, this tail going in the same direction as well. I'm just gathering this up in my hand in a big old pile. Make this loop. And I am not being fancy. I'm not worried about the size of the loops. I'm kind of keeping them the same, but not exactly. Now this is a zip tie. They are my favorite way to do a bow because I can get it so tight in the middle with this zip tie. So just wrap this around and cinch it super tight. Now I have this mess, right? Not actually. Now we can pull the loops up and pull out our bow. And don't forget, we're working with wired ribbon, so we can move this any way we want once we get it attached to our lantern. Now I'm not going to attach it first. I'm actually going to attach my pick. Now I'm going to do this kind of the Maymay way. This is the way I like to do it. I may not always want the same flowers or the same bow or anything on top of here. So I'm not hot gluing this down. If you want to hot glue it, you certainly can, but I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is really simple. Don't blink, you'll miss this, right? I'm going to fold this piece down. You've seen me do this before on other projects, and make like a hook. So you can see I folded it down and made like a hook here. Then I'm going to just wrap this around the top of this lantern. And it's pretty snug as it is. So there's step 1. Okay. Then I'm just going to make sure this piece is behind it and something is wrapped around it holding it in place. It doesn't have to be super tight or anything. It's not going anywhere. It's on there nice and snug. Then I can fluff these guys out and everything, but I want to put my bow on first to see how that goes. Now for my bow, I could do this with a zip tie, which I'm going to, or I could do this with a chenille stem or a pipe cleaner, whatever you want to use. I'm going to put this zip tie on top of the bow I made. I'm going to bring it to the top here. I'm going to try to do it where you can see it. I'll lift up this little hook and run that zip tie through. Then I'm going to zip tie this bow to my lantern. I love zip ties. And I did it pretty snug. Now I'm going to trim off the excess of my zip tie. I like to go ahead and do that, or I'll forget and leave it on and find it later. Okay, now I'm going to take this ribbon. I'm just going to work it into the pick. anywhere I want it to go. And fluff my bow any way I want it. Now you can fluff and tuck that any old way you want, but I'm not going to worry about it just yet. I'm going to move it to the table where I want it and then fluff it and make it just like I want it to look. There you go, guys. That's how my lanterns turned out. I did only end up using 3 picks. I used 2 on the top, the big lantern, and 1 on the bottom. I love these guys. They're going to be the centerpiece on my dining room table this year. And I can change the decor without worrying about hot gluing, the pieces on and damaging the lanterns. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a very Merry Christmas season. And until we meet again, hey, if you're doing any decorating, share your decorating with us over on our Facebook group, which is called Maymay Made It, and so did I. I so look forward to seeing what you guys are making. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye-bye.